Welcome to Special Educators Resource Room podcast. I'm your host, Jennifer from Positively Learning. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different. This is our last podcast episode of the year, but don't worry, it's not goodbye forever, just a little pause so that we can all reset, recharge, and come back fresh in the new year. Before we head into that well-deserved break, I wanted to do something special. I wanted to take a moment to reflect and share some very real-life stories from this year. And I want to also leave you with a few system shifts that truly saved me in 2025. I'm also going to let you in on what's next, including where you can still find me while the podcast takes a short nap. Spoiler alert, it's over on YouTube. I'd love for you to subscribe if you haven't yet. So grab a cozy drink, take a deep breath, and let's go travel back in time. Let's go back to January 2025, or what I refer to as quarter one, when life laughs at your planner. I had big plans, like we all do at the start of the year. New goals, new routines, maybe even a new planner. But what I actually got in quarter one is back-to-back medical appointments for both my husband and me. We decided to fall apart at the exact same time, and we were basically running a full-time physical therapy operation out of our calendar. Between us, we were having 3 PT sessions per week each, a whirlwind of appointments, and wait for it, 8 MRIs in 2 weeks. 8. But the good news is we powered through, we came out of it healthy, and we feel fantastic now. But at the time, we were just trying to stay afloat. We even had to call Ron's mother to come out and take care of us. And that's when I learned this lesson the hard way. If I was ever going to wait for a big block of time to get things done, it was never going to happen. So I had to flip the script. I had to get so clear on what had to be done, the bare minimum. And when I had 10 minutes, I used 9 of them with purpose. I wasn't overthinking, no decision fatigue. I knew exactly what to do because I had already decided it ahead of time. That's a practice I ended up carrying all year round. Even now, I ask myself, if I only had 10 minutes, what would matter most? It's not going to be opening up Canva or sorting my Google Drive folders. So we made it through quarter one, and guess what quarter two brought? It brought the trip of a lifetime and a system that held. We went on a 20-person trip that had been planned for over a year. And let me be real with you, coming off all those medical appointments, I was nervous. How was I going to take 2 full weeks off and keep everything running? So I leaned into batching and automation like never before. I ended up creating a Google Doc with a simple daily checklist of just the essential things that I needed to check on every day. And I hyperlinked it, I streamlined it, and I tested it every single day for a full week before we left. It ended up taking me 5 minutes a day. I did it every morning on the trip when I was sipping my coffee. I did plan for backup support, but I never had to use it because this checklist functioned like a personal swipe file and it worked. So my big takeaway is batch ahead whenever you can, then systemize that minimum and practice that routine before you need it. You don't need to go on a 20-person trip to use this. If you're staring down a future week full of IEP meetings or a holiday break or anything that seems unpredictable, this could work for you. Now let's move into quarter 3, which I refer to as the website that could not be tamed. The first week of September, we launched a brand new website for Taskbox Club and the Independent Work Club. It was a huge milestone. We've been working on it for months. Except it was not smooth at all. Behind the scenes, there were glitches, surprise tech hurdles, and it turned into so much unexpected work. And just when we fixed one thing, something else would pop up. It was a big win in the long run because now we have over 1,000 resources. They're searchable and laid out so you can find them easily. But in the moment, it was overwhelming. There were sleepless nights and some tears. And just as we hit the other side of that, we sold our house. in one day. And we moved into a new home in October. October was a blur. We were bouncing between houses, signing documents, coordinating all the logistics, living with boxes, and then just trying to pretend it was normal. So I did what any tired but determined person would do. I brought back my Q2 system. I literally reopened that same 5-minute doc. I stopped expecting perfection because there was no chance of that, and I just focused on progress. I even moved into November by giving it a new name, Messy November, because I just let it be messy. It was still okay. So now, why am I telling you all this? Because real life is real. It doesn't pause for perfect prep. It doesn't care if your new routine was color-coded and laminated. And just like students thrive on structure and visual supports, so do we. Whether it's blocking your tasks into a tiny daily checklist, or using batching to free up your time, or building a just enough system that you can repeat over and over, these systems I'm suggesting aren't about doing more. They're about staying grounded when life gets messy. So as we wrap up this wild, wonderful year, I want to say this. You do not need a new you in January. You just need a routine that supports the real you, especially on the hard days. Thank you for being here with me through it all. Whether you've been listening all year or this is your first episode, you are part of this community, and I am so glad you are. I'm going to be taking a short break for the month of December from the podcast, but I'm not disappearing. You can still find me over on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok. I'll be sharing some short videos, visual walkthroughs, and quick wins for your independent work system. I also will put a Google Doc in the show notes where you can drop future podcast topics or questions you'd love to have answers to. Please hit subscribe so you don't miss anything while we are on pause. And when the podcast returns, we're going to jump right back in with fresh ideas, powerful systems, and a whole lot of support. Until then, take care of yourself, let it be messy if it needs to be, and remember, your students deserve independence and you deserve your time back. Have a wonderful holiday and a happy new year. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'm dying to ask, what'd you think? Be sure to hit the follow or subscribe buttons so that you never miss an episode. You can find the show notes and links for everything mentioned in this episode at positivelylearningblog.com. See you next week for more special education solutions.